Welcome back to my channel. I'm Astrologer Anisud, and in this video, I'm going to talk about Mahadashas in Vedic astrology. There are 9 planets and there are 9 Mahadashas that come in your life. And if you want to know more, stay tuned. So, when we talk about Mahadashas, Mahadashas are of 9 types because there are 9 planets. And in your lifespan, if you are under the influence of 2 or 3 Mahadashas, that means you will be influenced by 3 major planets all through your life. And we have 9 planets, and there are 9 types of Mahadashas. Every planet has a dasha period, and Mahadasha simply does not mean a great time. Mahadasha means the time period that is ruling your life. Which planet is influencing you at the moment? And before discussing that, let me discuss what are the directions and what are the signs and what are the planets that rule these uh, directions and signs. Like there are fire, water, earth, and air signs. So in the east, we start with the Aries. That means 159, they are the fire signs, and 2610, these are earth sign, and 3711, there are the air sign, and 4812, there are the water signs. So these are the 12 zodiac signs, and whatever zodiac sign you have, you've got to discuss with the help of a Vedic chart which dasha is actually running in your life, and that is called Mahadasha. And for that, you need to consult an astrologer, and or you can make your own chart and know what Mahadasha is currently going in your life. And so let's discuss the Mahadashas at a detailed note. So, when we are talking about Mahadashas, there are 9 planets. So, obviously, there will be 9 Mahadashas. So, if you make your chart like you're born at 2:30 p.m. in Delhi at whatsoever date and year, so a chart comes, and when the chart comes, then you can just click on the dashas and just see which dasha is going in your life. Let's suppose Sun Mahadasha is going in your life. So Sun Mahadasha usually it lasts in a person's life for 6 years. So every dasha it has a particular time span in your life. So sun will be influencing the houses that sun rules which will get activated during those time period. So this is the way that we usually see a chart and how to analyze the positives and the negatives in a person's life. Like Sun Mahadasha, it lasts for 6 years. Moon Mahadasha for 10 years. Mars Mahadasha lasts for 7 years in a person's life. And Rahu Mahadasha is quite long. It influences a person for 18 years. So sometimes if the dasha comes, sometimes a person is usually stressed all through those times. So actually the remedies are imperative. You can't run away from them. Jupiter Mahadasha, it lasts for around 16 years, and Saturn Mahadasha lasts for around 19 years. So this is quite a long span because Saturn is the slowest planet, and Mahadasha also lasts for around 19 years. And Mercury Mahadasha lasts around 17 years, and Ketu Mahadasha lasts for 7 years, and Venus Mahadasha lasts for around 20 years. And if we sum total all these, it's 120 years. So at an average, a person's lifespan, if we just calculate, is 60 to 70. So most probably 3 or 4 planets will influence you throughout your life. So this is how we do the analysis according to Vedic astrology. And if we have to do some kind of prediction, then you've got to see the Antardasha. Antardasha is the sub part of the Mahadasha. Like the main planet, if some kind of Rahu Mahadasha is going, you got to see the Antardasha. Is it going off Venus? Is it going off Saturn? Accordingly, you've got to do predictions like timing of marriage, change of job, timing of kid is always seen through Antardasha. So this is the way usually The predictions are made through Vedic astrology. And Mahadashas of the trine, that is 159, is considered extremely lucky. And according to the placement, also, if your dasha of your first house comes in your life, or your fifth house, your ninth house, then you will be successful in whatever you do, and you will enjoy all the luxuries of your life. And usually Jupiter and Venus Mahadasha, these are considered extremely lucky for a person. And provided you do the right efforts, you cannot ignore the importance of doing hard work. No doubt, if your dashas are good, if you're not taking the right action, it will give you medium results. But yes, if you put in hard work, then your dasha also supports you and you can achieve great success. Ketu Mahadasha is usually, it is considered poor for material growth. You can never rise in Ketu Mahadasha, but yes, it is very good for spiritual growth. And Rahu Mahadasha in the early times, in the early years, it's good for material progress, but yes, later part is not good as it leads to a lot of stress in a person's life. So you need to do some remedies for that. So, this is the way that we give predictions. And for a person who is going through Rahu and Ketu Mahadasha, the remedies should be done very carefully. And for Rahu Mahadasha, a person should always be very active, and you should never keep gadgets that are not in use with you. And for Ketu, if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha, you should always try to drink water of nine mukhi rudraksh, or you can wear it, or you can also chant some mantra to make these 7 years go easy in your life. And that's all I want to say about Mahadasha. But let's get started with Sun Mahadasha and what it usually gives a person. So let's start with Sun Mahadasha. Sun Mahadasha lasts for 6 years, and Sun is the indicator of the father. And during Sun Mahadasha, a person soon realizes that his relationship with his father is important. And if your sun is well placed in your chart, you might start doing business of your father. But if it's debilitated, or if it's with an enemy sign, then you might do something different from your father in this dasha of 6 years. You might not gel with him. And a person begins to focus on himself, on his own social recognition. He also realizes that his ambition is different from his father. So it depends upon how your sun is placed in your chart if you want to just predict how Sun Mahadasha is going to do for you. But overall, Sun Mahadasha always brings about the best in a person. And the remedy that I recommend if you are going through Sun Mahadasha is to do sun salutation every Sunday. You can even start your day with Surya Mantra. And if you need any personalized advice, you can email at the link below and I shall get back to you. And let's get started with Moon Mahadasha. The duration of Moon Mahadasha lasts for around 10 years, and during this time, a person develops emotionally and a person becomes extra sensitive to emotions and change. Sometimes, change of place is also seen during Moon Mahadasha because the person becomes sensitive towards people where he's living, and sometimes a person is destined to go far away from his the place where he is doing some kind of job. But if your moon is placed in the fourth house, sometime during this Mahadasha, a person returns to his native land if he is residing abroad. So we have seen people going abroad and then coming back in Moon Mahadasha, and this is actually very accurate. And let's talk about Mars Mahadasha. So, if we talk about Mars Mahadasha, which lasts for around 7 years, these 7 years will be the most happening years of your life because Mars is a very active planet, and usually the energy of a person is seen to be very high in these 7 years. And if this period comes in your adolescence, you will achieve great heights. So, overall, Mars Mahadasha is all about agility, energy, and if you achieve great heights during these 7 years, nothing is going to let you down because after that, once you have achieved your targets, you will enjoy your success all through your life. After Mars Mahadasha comes the Rahu Mahadasha, which is around 18 years, and initially it gives a lot of interest in materialistic activities. But yes, Rahu usually gives a lot of stress, so you need to do the remedies. It's just like holding an umbrella when the rain is coming. So in Rahu Mahadasha, doing remedies are very imperative and important. And if you're going through Rahu Mahadasha, you can discuss your chart by sending email at the link below, and I shall get back to you. And the remedy that to be done during Rahu Mahadasha can be Hanuman Chalisa. After the period of Rahu Mahadasha in astrology, when an individual strives for pleasures, comes the Jupiter Mahadasha, which lasts for around 16 years. And Jupiter is all about spirituality, and it's all about wealth also. Jupiter Mahadasha will give you a lot of wealth, and you might get inclined towards being spiritual. And but yes, there is one drawback. During Jupiter Mahadasha, you tend to gain a lot of weight. And for that, you need to check your diet and check your lifestyle, because sometimes the planets they make you lazy, that you don't like to focus on your health, you don't like to focus. But that is the thing you've got to tell yourself. If you're going through Jupiter Mahadasha, you need to take care of your diet and be make self discipline a part of your life. Otherwise, Jupiter Mahadasha, it is considered extremely lucky if you are a teacher, if you're a philosopher, if you're an influencer. It will take you to new heights, and you will achieve a lot of success and gain a lot of wealth. And after Jupiter Mahadasha, let's talk about Saturn Mahadasha. Saturn Mahadasha usually lasts for around 19 years, and these 19 years they make a tremendous change in a person's life. And Saturn is a slow moving planet, and the character of a person also changes during this period, becoming more rigid, demanding, and a person always appears slowly. But at the end of the dasha, person might become just like a diamond, slowly progressing through self discipline towards achieving his goals. A person achieves maximum heights during Saturn Mahadasha. No doubt, in the inception of the dasha, a person might get slow results, but at the end of the dasha, you will achieve great heights. So, Saturn dasha always makes a person achieve at the end of the dasha most of the time. After Saturn Mahadasha comes the time of Mercury Mahadasha, which is also of 17 years. And in this period, a person becomes extremely happy. Actually, happy, if you can say that a person becomes complacent and says, I'm happy with what I have. So, this is the time when you don't progress much, honestly. You are just happy with what you're doing. And time is perfect for blogging, learning foreign languages, finding yourself in sales, the information sector, or the IT. And according to astrology, during this period, the individual chooses green color and prefers to usually live in the northern direction. And the favorable position of Mercury allows you to gain prosperity, because when we are talking about a planet that symbolizes entrepreneurship, then during Mercury Mahadasha, you will gain maximum success through contacts. So this is also very positive dasha. After Mercury Mahadasha comes the Ketu Mahadasha, which lasts for around 7 years. And in these 7 years, a person usually feels a lot of stress. And Ketu is good for spiritual growth, if not for materialistic gains. But the reason behind that is because when you're so much spiritually inclined, you sometimes refuse to work hard. You're satisfied with what you have. So until and unless you just get your horoscope checked, you can never get the exact details of what Ketu is doing in your horoscope. Ketu sometimes also makes you let go of the past and start a new life. So that is all the positive things that Ketu gives. Ketu always gives you foreign travel, and sometimes it gives you foreign settlement. If Ketu is in your fourth house, it might give you foreign settlement, because you might let go of your homeland. So it depends upon where Ketu is situated, and you need to get a horoscope analysis. But at in general, if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha, you must start your day with Ganpati mantra and drink water of Ganesh Mukhi Rudraksh and 9 Mukhi Rudraksh daily to see easy flow of income coming in your life and growth. And after Ketu Mahadasha, Venus Mahadasha comes for 20 years, and against the background of other planets, Venus stands out as it personifies luxury, pleasures, emotions, and it gives a person lot of wealth, success, and it manifests sociability, gentleness, sensuality, and a tendency to romance. As far as creativity is concerned, if Venus is in your Raj Yoga, you will feel maximum creative during this time. And as a result, a person manifests so much positivity. And at the end of the dasha, a person becomes relaxed, contented with whatever he has. And Venus Dasha is the most pleasing Dasha in anybody's life. So, this was my brief analysis on Mahadasha. If you like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Stay blessed, be happy. Bye bye.